and people have been lining up all over the place, whether it's at the Civic Center, whether it's at Hank Aaron Stadium, or outside Ladd-Peoples Stadium. Now, Donald Trump, of course, is the center of attention in Mobile, just like he was 22 years ago. Back in 1993, then Mobile Mayor Mike Dow gave Trump a tour of the port city. He went up to the now closed Bienville Club to look at the site of a potential $250 million casino hotel complex. At the time, Trump told us he thought that would be good for the port city.
This is a very exciting place, and I think it could be great. It'll be a lot of jobs, a lot of revenues, a lot of taxes will be brought in, or maybe now you could say taxes could be reduced. I think it would be a real positive for Mobile.
Now, at the time, Trump was considering the Battle House Hotel, which had been closed for a while since the mid-1970s, and also Blakely Island. But in the end, Alabama said no to casinos, and Trump eventually moved on. Now, keep in mind, if you can't make it to the Trump rally tonight and you want to see and hear what he has to say, Fox 10 News does have you covered. We're going to stream it live for you on our website, fox10tv.com. Again, the event is scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. Donald Trump's expected to arrive here at Berkeley Field about 6 o'clock. And we have a lot more coming up on your most local news at 5. Later in the hour, we will bring you Donald Trump's arrival as he lands here at the Berkeley Aeroplex. We're also taking a look at the primary schedule and why city leaders expect even more candidates to come to Mobile. And a new poll is out. We'll show you where the candidates stand. All right, we are back at Berkeley Field waiting for Donald Trump to arrive, and waiting with me right now is Mobile Mayor Sandy Stimpson. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Bob. Good to be here.
All right, it is good. It's going to be good when he finally arrives about 6 o'clock.
Absolutely. A little hot and humid out here now, but exciting.
That's right. And you said you want more presidential candidates to come.
We want them all to come. I mean, this is Mobile. We kind of expect them to come now. He set the pace, and so we're looking forward to it.
Are you surprised at the size of the crowd that wanted to see him?
I think everybody is surprised. I mean, I'm as surprised as everybody that it went kind of viral, moving from venue to venue. It's going to be very interesting to see actually how many people show up, because you buy 6 tickets and maybe not do it. The tickets are free, so hard to measure.
Mm-hmm. So are you going to be introducing him? Or?
No, I will not. Actually, I'll greet him at the airplane and ride with him to Ladd Stadium. And I have a prior commitment with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and so I'll be at their function.
Okay, that's where Bradley Byrne is also going to be tonight.
That is correct, yeah. That's been a long-standing commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So are you kind of excited to meet him? Have you ever met him before?
I've never met him, and yes, I'm excited to meet him. He's got rock star status right now. I mean, that's just the way it is. And
he came here with Mike Dow when Mike Dow was here.
In the 80s, I think. It was in the 80s when he was here last. And, for him to pick Mobile and them to pick Mobile is a real compliment to what's going on in the city right now. It's very exciting.
Well, Mayor, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Bob.
You can get back in the air conditioning.
Yeah, right.
Thank you very much. That was Mobile Mayor Sandy Stimpson. As we mentioned, we've been waiting for Donald Trump to arrive. He should be here in about a half an hour, and you can watch the arrival and see if he stops and says anything to us coming up here on Fox 10 and fox10tv.com. That's true. We've been seeing his plane circling around. He's making sure everybody in the city of Mobile can see him. In fact, we can see the plane behind us right over there. We can see as he's circling around Berkeley Field to make a grand entrance. He's probably going to come in from the west. I just heard some of the Trump campaign people tell the drivers over here to get in their vehicles because they're going to scoot him out of here. Hopefully we'll have a chance to say something to him as he leaves, but he may just say he's a little bit late and then head over to Ladd-Peoples Stadium. So we're going to stick with you right here and keep an eye on the Donald Trump 757 that has Trump in big letters on the side, that he left New York City a little after 3 o'clock. Let's see. Jason, can you spot the plane? It looks like it's right over that. It may be lost by one of the hangars in a second or so, but it's making a big sweep to make sure that everybody in the Mobile area can see Donald Trump's arrival in a big way. And he's been tweeting about this, about how excited he is to come to Mobile. He said, we're going to have a hot time in the city. He even tweeted just as he was leaving LaGuardia Airport this afternoon that he was on his way to Mobile, and he said, couldn't be late. So he probably won't be late as when it comes to the rally that's supposed to start in just about an hour at Ladd-Peoples Stadium. Baldwin County's new school superintendent, Robbie Owen, is one of the biggest proponents of the property tax increase. I visited a portable classroom with him at Spanish Fort High School to ask some of the questions you want answered.
You want your children all in a safe environment, enclosed. Portables just aren't as conducive to learning. First of all, they're not as safe.
Now, some of the opponents have said, well, it really doesn't matter where they learn. It's the teachers that are important.
Yeah, of course the teachers are important, and we show that we do have great learning going on. Safety is huge. And we do know that in a crowded situation, our portables aren't as large as classrooms. You just can't offer an equal situation.
Now, talking about the idea of the property tax increase, I've searched the website and I haven't seen any mention that this would also apply to things like boats and trailers and businesses. That's the case, correct?
To some extent, yes, but 93%, I believe, of the amount is on the property. The ad valorem tax is on your home property. So, you know, that's where the bulk of it would be.
But if I have a boat, I'm going to have to pay a little extra on the boat.
I think there's a little extra there too, yes.
Mm-hmm. But you don't talk about that so much on the...
You know, I know more what is going toward the ad valorem and toward the home.
The way the referendum is structured, there's a chance actually you could wind up with less money if people just went no, 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 no.
There is that possibility.
Are you worried about that?
Sure, we're concerned, but we feel like the people are going to come through for us. We feel good that we're going to get all 5 measures voted on, and we do feel like that everyone feels that we need the funding we have.
What about the spending of taxpayer money on the advertising campaign? It was more than $160,000?
Right.
Do you feel that was justified?
It's how you have to do it, and be honest, that's, you know, years ago it was asked of the Attorney General, and he said, yes, this is appropriate.
Now, this is a 10-year construction plan that you're talking about here, but yet you're asking for the tax to go on for 30 years. How come?
Well, first of all, we're going through bond issuance, and you can't borrow against a 10-year tax. We need the 30-year, and that's pretty typical. It's impossible to say where you would want to build 30 years from now.
Some people are going to vote no matter what. Some people are going to vote yes no matter what. What can you say to the folks who are still on the fence?
And strong schools make for strong communities. You can look anywhere. Where are the best communities that people think, wow, I'd like to live there? Let's go look at the schools.
And you feel that this is absolutely necessary?
Absolutely necessary. We have 100 portable classrooms right now. The estimate is that it will be 450 to 500 portables in 10 years. I just can't see that anyone would say that is adequate to have schools with 10,000 children actually in about 10 years in portable classrooms. You won't see that in your best schools across the nation.
Owen said neighboring counties all have higher ad valorem rates than Baldwin County, and that the county needs to keep pace with the explosive growth that shows no sign of slowing down. And welcome back to our look inside Airbus in Mobile. And this is called Station 40. This is where the wings are attached to the fuselage. This was described as an area where they need a lot of brawn. It's a lot of heavy lifting. It's a heavy workload. This is also where the landing gear is attached to the fuselage. All in this area behind me. It's part of the huge final assembly building here at Airbus.